What is going on, everybody? Welcome to this Friday TGIF. Thank God it's Friday edition
Yeah.
of the Regular Fan Show. We are their fans hosting for you today on this fine morning. I am Vinny Fredericks. He is Bruce Juno, and we are here to recap the last 24 hours in the world of sports. We were just at it yesterday. We're back at it today, and excited for the weekend. Bruce, I see the hat. How are you holding up?
We're doing, guy. We're doing. We're
Yeah,
doing. I got the hat.
you're riled up.
I forgot to put the jersey on. I meant to put the jersey on, but I forgot. I do have the mug though. Um, drinking my agua.
There you go. There you go. Well, obviously, Super Bowl Sunday. Lots to get into in the world of soccer. Now that I am a soccer fan, I am
Yes.
officially a Brighton fan in the Premier League. Go Seagulls.
Yeah. Let's go, baby.
The NBA trade deadline has officially passed. So there's a few more deals since when we got off yesterday. The NFL awards have been announced. So there's a lot to get into, and the Olympics are starting,
Yeah.
which is always a good time.
USA.
I'm more of a I've always been more
USA.
of a summer Olympics guy than a winter Olympics.
USA. 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 USA.
All right,
USA.
you got it. You got
USA.
it.
USA.
So where shall we start today? You know, there's a lot to get into, but I feel like the biggest thing is the Super Bowl. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
nothing's bigger than the Super Bowl, and we haven't really given our actual predictions before the big game.
Well, I mean, some of our viewers think our predictions are very bland.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Guaranteed 100%. Lock it in. Whatever team scores more is gonna win.
Whoa, really?
I'm telling you. You put the house on it that the team that scores more is gonna win the game.
I didn't know that.
That's my prediction, and it's not gonna be wrong.
I didn't know that's how sports worked.
Not all sports.
Yes, not golf.
Exactly. Anyways, Drake May, Sam Darnold, Mike Vrabel, Mike McDonald, Battle of the Mikes, Levi Stadium, San Francisco, California. Should be a good one. I'm excited. I know you're excited. The real question is, can New England hang with Seattle's defense? I think
Can Seattle hang with New England's defense?
yeah, the Patriots defense is no slouch.
The Patriots have a top 5 defense.
They're a good group. Certainly good. But
I was waiting for the butt. I was waiting for you to see. I was waiting for you to.
no, the real thing I'm interested to see is how well the Patriots protect Drake May. Because Drake May was sacked 15 times so far this playoffs in 3 games. He was sacked 47 times in the regular season, more than his rookie year.
Well,
And he's dealing with
he only played half the season his rookie year.
It's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm just saying 47 sacks plus 15 in 3 playoff games equals a lot. And he's dealing with the shoulder stinger. And I know, of course, he's going to play. Of course, he's going to say he's fine. But you don't know until you take that first hit how he's going to respond.
Isn't Darnold dealing with something too?
His quote-unquote oblique injury.
Yeah.
Which hasn't seemed to do anything.
Just like Drake May's quote-unquote shoulder injury.
I'm just saying, we don't know until he takes that first hit how he's going to respond to it. I'm not saying it's going to lean one way or the other, but that's what you should be on the lookout for. And you know damn well he's going to be running for his life back there. I would definitely tail any bet that is over Drake May rushing yards because that dude is going to have to get out of the pocket quite a few times.
Yeah, people are saying, Drake May hasn't looked good. The offense hasn't looked good. Seattle's got a top defense. The Patriots played the Chargers, who have a top 10 defense. They played the Texans, who have a top defense. They played the... Why am I blanking on who else they played? The Broncos, who have a top 3 defense. They won all 3 games. Talking about CJ Stroud's a fraud. Okay? They won the game. Talking about how Jared Stidham played. They won the game. Justin Herbert, God-sent quarterback, didn't score a touchdown.
Well, to play devil's advocate.
I'm the one having to play devil's advocate because everybody and their mother is telling me how good the Seahawks are. And I know the Seahawks are good. That doesn't mean anything. Like, they're just... It's...
Yes. But you mentioned yes. Did the Patriots play 3 really good defenses in the playoffs? Yes. Those defenses were hurt by bad offenses. If CJ Stroud doesn't have the worst game I've ever seen a quarterback have with my own 2 eyes, New England might not win that game. If Bo Nix plays instead of Jared Stidham, we don't know what would have happened. So yes, to your point, the Patriots have seen good defenses all throughout the playoffs, but those defenses have had even more pressure put on them by the fact that their offenses can't score, and the Seahawks possess one of the most explosive offenses in the league. So you can't rely on, and who knows? Sam Darnold had 14 interceptions this year, one less than his rookie season with the New York Jets. So turnovers
he had the most turnovers by a quarterback this year.
So turnovers are an issue, but he's had 0 throughout the playoffs. And that's where you start to think, okay, if Sam Darnold can keep that going, I don't see a way in which New England wins this game. But he did have a lot of turnovers in the regular season, like you mentioned. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that New England can win on the tails of their defense.
And another big X factor, the Patriots are just getting Milton Williams back.
Yeah, I don't expect Kenneth Walker to have a crazy game against the Patriots' run defense.
But I'm saying Sam Darnold has the most turnovers. I think it's 14 picks, 6 fumbles, I think it is.
I know it's 14 picks, yeah.
I'm just saying. They did what they did. They gave up 7. Yeah, okay, to Jared Stidham. Everybody saw the first drive of the game.
The first drive was great.
Yeah, you can't say, they were playing Jared Stidham. Like, I'm not even going to talk about the second half of that game because the second half of that game just doesn't count on either end. Like, either side of the ball. That was just, how do you play football on that?
Well, you have to run the ball.
They gave up 3 to the Chargers.
Well, Chargers, I'm not really surprised. They had no offensive line.
Okay.
That's not that. I'm just saying that there's no knock on the New England defense. I'm not saying they have a bad defense, but I wouldn't say holding the Chargers to 3 gives me that much more hope or reason to believe that they can do the same to the Seahawks. You knew the Chargers had no offensive line going into that game. How many sacks? What do they have? 6 sacks on Herbert in that game alone?
Something like that. I don't remember the exact tally. I spent half the game
Look,
stressing.
yeah. At the end of the day, should New England win on Sunday, the whole schedule factor of it doesn't matter. In the history books, they'll go down as Super Bowl champions.
The schedule
But
part also shouldn't matter. I actually gotta.
it's still a point that leading up to the game, it makes sense why you talk about it. I mean, the Patriots played 6 games in total all season against teams above 500. The 3 playoff games, which we already talked about, 2 against Buffalo, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, it's not the Patriots' fault that they had this schedule. You play who's in front of you. That's how it
There's
works.
something else.
But it is still a fair point to bring up when talking about how confident you are in this Patriots team to win.
Hold on, I gotta find something. I don't remember the exact stat or the exact thing, so I can't.
I'm assuming this is a stat defending the Patriots.
Yeah, but defending that main point that everybody brings up.
That the schedule was easy.
Yeah.
Well, it is a fact that
Yeah,
they've
I
only
know, I
played
know, I
6.
know, I know. I'm saying.
And again, it is not the Patriots' fault. It's not going to put an asterisk on a potential Super Bowl victory.
I don't remember
But
what it was.
it completely makes sense why people talk about it as far as, you look at the path to the Super Bowl. I mean, no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow, no, none of these top quarterbacks that at the beginning of the year you expected to be there. But like I said, history is going to be history. It doesn't take anything away from New England, but it is a
Can't find
fact.
it. But it was like last season, the team that had the easiest schedule went like 5-12. Season before, 6-10 or something. Like it was like I can't find it.
Yeah. Again, no one's saying the Patriots are a bad team. They wouldn't be in the Super
I
Bowl.
really wish I saved this video because
They wouldn't be in the Super Bowl if they were a bad team. But it's just a fact that they had a fortunate path, and that's okay. It won't take anything away from them if they win, but you have to just admit that, they got fortunate, and that's part of being a champion. Every champion has a little bit of luck. I feel like every champion in any sport takes 50% skill and 50% luck, because you can have the best team in the entire world, but guys can get hurt, referees can miss calls, weather can play a factor. You got to have a little bit of luck go your way to be a champion.
Oh, is this it?
But what's your official score prediction?
This is some forum
for the Super Bowl.
Dang.
All right, I'll give my score prediction.
Yeah, sorry. I just wanted to find this because it backs up that they got like they had the easiest schedule this season. Yeah, but it was something that's like in the past 10 years, like there's only been 2 teams with the best schedule to make the playoff, or with the easiest schedule to make the playoffs.
Yeah, well,
and
again,
like it comes down to mentality too, like in culture. Like I heard something too. I heard from a Bills fan, like the Bills haven't made a Super Bowl because they don't have the mentality, they don't have the culture, they don't have that drive.
Yeah, and that comes down to Mike Vrabel being the head coach. None of that.
And Patriots fans are used to winning.
Yeah, it was
like they have a 12th man.
It was a horror for you guys. The 4 years you guys weren't good.
Dude, it sucked.
Yeah, tell me about it. But anyways, yeah, your official score prediction for the big game.
I'm gonna go with 27-14. No, I lied. I'm gonna go with 24-21.
Okay.
because I need it to be
So
a
you,
one possession game. So Christian Gonzalez can pick off, or no, who did I say? Marcus Jones can pick off Sam Darnold in the end zone with 20 seconds left.
okay. I'm feeling. I feel like it's gonna be a low scoring one. I'm gonna go with 20-14, Seattle. I don't think we see too many fireworks offensively. I mean, I'm very excited to see the Christian Gonzalez and Jackson Smith and Jigba matchup
Yeah, it's gonna be great with
because
help over
they're
the
gonna get the
top
better
from
of each
Craig
other.
Woodson. What's up?
Yeah. They're gonna get the better of each other every now and again, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be it's gonna be a fun to watch. That is for certain. And you hype for the commercials?
Yeah. I love the I'm not gonna really be paying attention to them this year though.
Dude, I feel like they don't hit the same as they
They
used
don't,
to.
dude. I just the only one I look forward to is the Budweiser,
Yeah,
the
but that's just a
Clydesdales.
classic.
Yeah, the
Like
Clydesdales.
that's nothing new. But man, they just they don't hit the same way that they used
Are
to.
you
Like
gonna
come on,
be listening
Puppy Monkey
to?
Baby.
Are you gonna be watching the Bad Bunny halftime show, or are you gonna be watching the All American halftime show?
What is the All American halftime show?
It's like a concert that's gonna be going on during the halftime show. That's just a bunch of country artists.
I mean,
It's Kid Rock, Brantley Gilbert, Lee Bruce, um, someone else.
I'm probably gonna be too lazy to change the channel, so I'll probably just
It's
leave the
on
Bad Bunny
YouTube.
one on.
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
gonna
know.
get
I
into I'm not
never
gonna get into like politics behind it, but
I never really pay attention to the halftime shows anymore. Like unless it's an artist I really want to see.
I like the 50
Which
Cent and the Snoop and the Eminem one,
yeah, yeah, that was a good one.
just 'cause Eminem.
That
I'm a
was
big
one I
Eminem.
watched, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of them I just kind of them, whatever.
In a non nothing to do with politics at all, I'll probably end up listening to the All American one just 'cause I'm a country
Well,
music
you like
guy.
country music,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't even.
That's if
I'm
it's even
curious
like
to see
happens
what.
at the time of halftime, 'cause like halftime's not like a set time. Like how
Right. I'm curious what Bad Bunny's even going to perform because I mean it'll be hype, it'll be energetic and upbeat,
he just won a
but
Grammy,
his
didn't
song,
he? Or like album of the
yeah,
year.
I think so. Like he's super talented,
I
but
couldn't
no
name
one's
a
gonna
single
understand if
Bad
he
Bunny
can't.
song.
I couldn't either.
I
I
couldn't name a
know.
single Bad Bunny lyric.
I know there was like I remember there was one that he wrote that what's it called? It was like his entrance music for WWE, but I can hear it in my head, but I have no idea what it's called. What happened?
The NFL
Bruce is
MVP has been named.
oh oh who is the NFL MVP, Bruce?
I don't know. Why don't you take a guess?
The NFL MVP. Well, no, let's do the other awards first. Let's lead up to the big award. First off, we've got. Well, I guess first off,
This is just the New
coach.
England Patriots hate season, dude.
What do you mean? Mike Vrabel won Coach of the Year.
Yeah, but Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft and
Well, Mike Vrabel's Coach of the Year. He got something. The Hall of Fame
JSN.
class is set. Speaking of, well, all right, we'll do the Hall of Fame last. The JSN Offensive Player of the Year. Not really too surprised.
Comeback Player of the Year is Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm. Carson Schwessinger from the Cleveland Browns wins Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Joe Tooney, I think, won, what is it, Protector of the Year?
Yeah, I didn't know that was an award.
Me neither.
I've honestly
Is that why it said
never.
for the first time in history? It might be the first. I thought it meant like first time Joe Tooney's won it, but it might mean it's
That
like
must be the
the
first
first
time
time
they've
it's like a
actually
thing.
done. Yeah. Yeah, I never heard of that. Ted McMillan,
Yeah.
Offensive Rookie of the Year
But it's crazy that he won that.
after
I think
what
he
happened
deserved
on
it, but after yesterday or 2 days, whatever it was.
I think he deserved it too.
Oh, he 100% deserved it, but I think it's just hilarious that right after.
Yeah. Myles Garrett, of course, Defensive
Mm-hmm.
Player of the Year. Not much of a surprise there. The NFL MVP, as voted on by the AP, Mr. Matthew Stafford. But come on, you know Matthew Stafford would trade an MVP for playing in the Super Bowl. Drake May's in year 2. He'll have plenty of chances. Don't worry. It's all right.
I know. I'm applauding Matt Stafford. I have no hate against Matt Stafford.
Yeah. It's okay. And in the Hall of Fame class, we've got Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, and the late Roger Craig.
Oh, I didn't see that Roger
Which
Craig was in
honestly,
it.
yeah. Or I guess Roger Craig is still alive. In the picture that Adam Schefter posted, he's in black and white, so I assume that Roger Craig was passed on just based on the fact that everyone else's picture is in color and then Roger Craig is in black and white. So I'm glad I looked that up. I'm not wrong. Look at this. They're all in
Okay,
color
I get that, but it's just
except
crazy.
for Roger Craig. I don't know why they decided to.
Yeah, Drew Brees and Larry Fitz are both first ballot.
Yeah, which I think is deserved.
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Um, Adam Vinatieri and Luke
Makes
Kuechly
sense.
are second
Yeah,
year.
I'm not surprised Luke Kuechly made it in. I'm surprised he made it in this soon, just given how short he actually played.
Yeah, but he
But
was
I
a
do
he
think
was a
he deserved it.
bulldozer, dude. He
Oh
was.
my god, he wasn't even just a bulldozer. He was the smartest
Yeah.
player I think the NFL has ever seen.
Yeah, he had some brains behind his brawn.
That you watch, interviews of him talking about how much he studied film, how much he knew what the offense was calling before
Wow.
they even called it.
Wow.
And Matthew Stafford is
Yeah,
going to return next year.
uh the 2025 NFL MVP race was the closest since Peyton Manning and Steve McNair in 2003 when they shared the award. Stafford edged out Drake May 366 to 361.
24 first
Stafford
place
got
votes.
24, May got 23 first place votes.
Wow. That's crazy. Justin Herbert got a first place vote,
Yeah,
which is crazy
how
because
many people
that
are voting? Is it 50?
I'm not sure, but Josh Allen got 2 first place votes and Justin Herbert got 1. So
That
one
would
of the,
equal 50. So that means that
yeah,
those couple of people that decided they wanted to play games.
potentially cost Drake May the MVP.
Yep.
But who knows? They could have voted for Stafford
Those
if
two that
not for
wanted to be
Allen.
different.
Hey, those guys, if they were choosing between Stafford or May, maybe they choose Stafford and it becomes a wider gap. Who knows? But it is funny that Justin Herbert got 1 vote out of nowhere because that's one that I did not expect at all.
Yeah, I would have said, I don't know. Wasn't McCaffrey in the.
Yeah, McCaffrey, I think, could have gotten a vote over Herbert. I think Sam Darnold could have gotten a vote over Herbert. I can't really think of anyone else, but either way, that one voter choosing Justin Herbert may have just cost a split MVP, which would have been honestly even crazier if it was exactly 366 to
I
366.
think it would have been fair. Like yeah, Stafford blew out May in touchdowns because I think he had probably 15 from the 1 yard line that were just fade routes.
He did also lead the league in passing yards.
Best completion percentage in history, though. Doesn't win MVP.
That means nothing to me. Completion percentage means nothing to me.
Yeah, but not just checkdowns. Best completion percentage over 20 yards.
That I can get around. But just completion percentage, yeah, that means
Yeah,
nothing.
completion percentage. Half the quarterbacks just throw checkdowns anyway.
Exactly. Like who? I'm trying to think of who else just notoriously gets high ass completion percentages every single year from throwing checkdowns.
Patrick Mahomes.
The last few years, yeah, low key.
Josh Allen.
He doesn't really be throwing the deep ball as much anymore.
Josh Allen.
Sam Darnold, Josh Allen was first in the league in completion percentage.
Was he?
Oh no, no, this is the postseason.
I was gonna say no, he wasn't. It
Yeah,
was Drake May.
Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. That's the perfect example right there. Mac Jones and Brock Purdy each being two of the top three in completion percentage. That tells you all you need to hear about the 49ers offensive scheme
Yeah.
and why Brock Purdy is not that great of a quarterback. That dude just be throwing checkdowns.
Hey man, he's Mr. Irrelevant. Can't hate on him that much.
You're right. The fact that he's even on a team is impressive. It's kind of crazy looking at it. Kyler Murray was fifth in the league in completion percentage. He got benched. Tua Tagovailoa was eighth. Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shuck were 9th and 10th. Geno Smith was 11th. Like, the best quarterbacks in the league are, I guess, not at the bottom, but like the top guys on this list of completion percentage don't exactly scream out elite quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But I mean, Drake May, Josh Allen, of course those guys do. But interesting stuff out of the NFL these last couple days. Super Bowl should be a fun time. We'll see how, depending on how it goes, how Bruce is feeling next podcast.
If I show up.
Yeah, maybe a solo one if Patriots lose. But either way, moving on. The NBA trade deadline has passed. There were a few more trades that we didn't get a chance to talk about yesterday that happened between podcast and the actual deadline. So I'll give you my stance on them, Bruce.
Oh, okay.
Unless I don't know if there's any specific ones you got in mind. They're
Dog,
really
I have not really been paying attention to those. I've been doing a
well.
lot of
The
things.
one big thing that I should say didn't happen this deadline was Giannis did not get traded and John Morant did not get
Well,
traded.
because weren't the Bucks saying like they were just declining everybody?
There's a lot of conflicting reports. I've seen people say that the Bucks were never serious about trading Antetokounmpo, that the Warriors offered 4 unprotected first-round picks and still couldn't convince them to agree to a trade, which
They weren't
could
protected.
very well mean that, yeah, which means that they're unprotected. They get those picks no matter what. But that, if true, means that they probably
Wait,
weren't ever planning
unprotected
on.
means they get them no matter what?
Yeah, so
Wouldn't that be
for example,
protected?
no. So say the Boston Celtics send a top 10 protected pick to the New York Knicks. If in that draft that pick ends up being from 1 through 10, timeout.
Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. Bobby Wagner.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah,
Good for Bobby Wagner.
good for him, dude. Facts.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I always liked
continue.
Bobby
I just
Wagner.
thought that was sick, dude. Seeing Bobby Wagner in it, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I always love seeing the Walter Payton Man of the Year winner. I'm always very excited, very honored to have that award.
Yeah.
It means a lot in the NFL community, clearly. But anyways, if the Celtics send a team a top 10 protected pick, what that means is if the pick in the draft, when the draft comes around, is in the top 10, it goes back to the Celtics. If it's anywhere from 11 to the end of the first round,
Oh, so you could send
they traded
protected
it to-
picks, and you could send them like 4 protected picks. But if all 4 of those picks are in the top 10, then they don't even get them?
usually there will be a stipulation where if if one pick, say this year, I was supposed to get a pick, but the protection came in and I didn't get the pick, in the following draft, I would get that team's pick unprotected to make up for not getting one because of the original protection on the first pick
Bro,
that was
Adam
traded.
Silver got to fix this, dude. Jeez.
That's just how it's always been. I'm not saying it's not confusing because it certainly is, but yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. There was one example that I was gonna. There's an example from either this year's draft or last year's draft or something with Miami that um I can't remember off the top of my head, but it basically was, if I remember right, Miami didn't get a pick because you know what? No, I remember what it was. Miami, I believe, was supposed to give Oklahoma City their pick in last year's draft, but did not have to give it to them because of where it landed. So then the following year, Oklahoma City gets Miami's pick no matter what, or it might have been vice versa. Not the point of the conversation, but yeah, the when draft picks get involved, it does get confusing. But anyways, yeah, Giannis not traded, not surprised. They're gonna get better offers in the offseason anyway. It as a Miami Heat guy, it doesn't bode well for them because it means every other team will have better offers to weigh in. So certainly makes it harder to have the best deal. But yeah, I'm sick of the Giannis trade rumors and then just end up being nothing. He posted the clip from Wolf of Wall Street earlier today. Like, I'm not leaving.
Who Giannis did?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, on Twitter?
And it's like, yeah, and Instagram. And it's like, all right, dude, you like, what are we doing? You can't go back to the nice guy, loyal guy gimmick after the whole entire week people were talking about you possibly getting traded. But I am surprised John Morant didn't get traded. Uh, yeah.
If you type in Giannis on Twitter, Giannis is the second person that comes up. The first person that comes up is Giannis Auntie got a poodle.
That's great.
Oh yeah, legends
Yeah.
don't chase, they attract.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at
Like, shut
him.
up.
Who's he
I'm
following?
sick of it.
Vinicius Calf Foundation.
He's following me.
Anta Coon Bros official. Alex Amika. It's just a
But,
bunch of people he's related to, it appears. Oh, and Kobe Bryant.
but yeah, I am surprised Ja didn't get traded considering the Grizzlies traded Jaren Jackson Jr., so they're going full rebuild mode. But really, the only big trade that I would say we didn't get to talk about, yeah, just looking here. I mean, there was a couple small ones. Lakers got Luke Kennard. Timberwolves got Ayo Dosunmu. Oh, the Warriors did trade for Kristaps for Tingus Pingus.
Yeah.
Traded away
I miss
Jonathan
him on the
Kuminga and Buddy
Celtics,
Hield to
dude.
get him. Yeah, dude just couldn't stay healthy, and it was always like weird. He had that illness during the
Mm-hmm.
championship run, so he didn't play much. Um, Lakers got Luke Kennard for Gabe Vincent. Knicks got Jose Alvarado. Suns get Cole Anthony. But the big trade that happened today, Indiana Pacers,
Yesterday.
who you might remember, were just in the finals last year. They're not good this season because Tyrese Halliburton has a torn Achilles, but they'll be good next season. They have the best odds in the Eastern Conference at the number one pick right now. So they're looking at probably a top five pick in a generational draft class. And they just traded for Ivica Zubac from the Clippers, who pretty much completely replaces Miles Turner on this Pacers team. He might not be able to stretch the floor as well, but Zubac is a very good center. And this team next year, fully healthy, is going to be probably right back competing for the Eastern Conference. So I do really like the trade for Indiana. They traded a 2029 unprotected first round pick. They also traded a 2026 top 4 protected first round pick. So we'll see what happens with those picks and where the Clippers end up actually picking with them. But
A top 4 unprotected, so it's only protected if it's top 4.
yeah, because you're basically saying, you know what, we'll give you this pick for this player, but I mean it's on if the Clippers don't get the pick because it ends up falling in the top 4. Hey, it's on them for not saying, you know what, no, we want it unprotected. But that's why unprotected picks are so valuable because teams aren't usually willing to dish them out like that. Or typically, you'll see
Wait, so
teams
say
do.
you get a top 4 protected pick, then you can only trade that as a top 4 protected pick?
Yeah,
So how do they decide that they want to make it a top 4? Like, where did they get the top 4 protected pick?
that's just from the original trade. The team, so the
No,
Pacers,
I'm saying like where did the Pacers get it?
it's their own. Usually, it's their own pick, or it could be from another trade. They didn't really specify, or I haven't seen any
Like it's just like
specification
it
on.
seems like you can just make a pick anything you want it to be. Like
Not, I mean, if it's
like I'm gonna make
if
this
it's your
protected unless it's top 64. Like or
well, then no one's going to trade for it. But typically, you'll see top 4 protected, top 10 protected, lottery protected. Sometimes on rare occasion, you'll see like a top 20 protected. But as long as if you have if it's your own pick that you own, or I guess that's actually let me think. I don't believe. Say I trade for another team's pick and it's unprotected. If I were to trade that pick again, it has to stay
dude,
unprotected,
this
I
should be
believe.
like a class in high school.
Dude, it is hard to follow. Even like playing 2K, doing my leagues and trying to make trades, it is impossible to follow at times.
Yeah, better you than
Because
me.
then then you have things like pick swaps where the picks don't really change hands when the trade happens. They don't switch until draft night, where it'll basically be if I'm trading for one of your good players, then I'll give you the choice of the better draft pick between our 2 picks. That's pretty much what a pick swap would be.
What the heck's the point in doing that? What if you're gonna get the better pick? Or if there's a
Well, that's
chance that you can get a better pick?
well, usually there would be multiple pick swaps. You wouldn't just do like one pick swap in a deal. It'd
Oh.
be say like when the Timberwolves traded for Rudy Gobert, they traded 4 of their own first round picks and then also another 4 in pick swaps. So it was just like 8 years worth of picks. Or maybe not exactly 8 years,
Nice.
but it was a lot of first round picks they got from other teams and
Awesome.
then pick swaps. I told you, it's hard to follow.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
But
Like I've followed the Celtics in the past. I've followed the NBA in the past. I'm kind of just in a boycott phase right now.
it's because you hate the in season tournament.
Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. It just doesn't feel real anymore. Like anybody cares. But that's my opinion. But yeah, I never really like I said see like okay they traded for whatever. Um, I never really looked too much into it. Like I was like okay they have a pick, cool. Like I don't know what these words mean, but
You know what some of them mean now? You know what protected means?
yeah, dude, it's protected unless you don't want it to be.
Well, once it's protected, it's protected. You can't like change it after.
Who knows,
That's what I
dude?
mean. If you trade for a pick that's top 4 protected, or trade for a pick that's say lottery protected, you can't then trade that pick out again and say, all right, now it's only top 4 protected. Once you put a protection on a pick, it's stuck like that. Anyways, that's the trade deadline. Lots of big moves. Off season should be fun. We'll see. There will probably be more Giannis trade rumors in the off season, and he probably will not get traded. But I digress. Moving on. What's the deal with Cristiano Ronaldo?
All right. Well, this is also a little confusing. So he's unhappy with the PIF, which the PIF is the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund. Um, he's unhappy. He sat out their game against Al Riyadh. And he boycotted playing, and he plans to do it again against Al Ittihad. Um, because he's unhappy with his team, Al Nasser's lack of activity in the January transfer window. Um, saying that the saying he's unhappy because the PIF failed to invest in the team for the winter window, while their rivals, Al Hilal, which is also 75% majority owned by the PIF, brought in former Real Madrid teammate of his, Karim Benzema. Um, so he was making like a whole fuss about Benzema going to Al Ittihad, and um, because of the fact that Al Nasser wasn't really doing anything because they weren't getting the same funding or something. And then the Saudi Pro League said, quote, no individual, however significant, determines decisions beyond their own club. Um, So I mean, the Saudi Pro League, people have their thoughts on it. It's unique because of the money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't know that the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund was majority owner of teams. This is not something I was aware of, and now finding out that uh, two two teams that are rivals have the same majority owner. So Benzema went from Al Ittihad to Al Hilal, and he wasn't too happy about it. And then Benzema made his debut, and he went and scored a hat trick for Al Hilal. So, uh, yeah, it's a league spokesperson said the Saudi Pro League is structured around a simple principle. Every club operates independently under the same rules. Um, so yeah, he just turned 41. Um, I don't know, man. It's just like why? Like
Yeah.
I mean, I would get it. Like I kind of understand. I mean, I don't understand the complete situation because like I don't understand how two teams in the same league can have the same owner or partial owner. But or like why they would. So I understand where he's coming from in the sense of okay, why are they investing more in one team than the other? But at the same time, like if you're mad about something, talk to your team about bringing someone in.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like the investment fund was like, "Hey Al Hilal, go get Benzema." Like Al Hilal probably was like, "I want Benzema. Like I'm gonna go get him."
If you get him, you're gonna get him.
Yeah, and I mean like if you don't like how much Al Nasser's not doing, then talk to them. Don't go after Saudi Arabia. Like don't go after the league. Don't go after this investment fund that I guess is there. Like I don't know, it's weird. It's just a league that like it's a league that's obviously like in the past couple of years, like since bringing Ronaldo and these other big names of older players that are kind of still want to keep playing, but I guess don't have are kind of not falling off, but like they're kind of getting older and they're going somewhere else for their career. Um, Saudi's become like that place, but it seems like now they're not doing everything they should do. They're not running stuff properly. It appears, which is interesting when you have the second best player in the world, um, now on your ass about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, I remember when Ronaldo announced he was going to play over in Saudi. I was just very shocked. Just not something I expected. I guess obviously I wasn't really that big into soccer at the time anyway, so I didn't really fully understand what was going on. But yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Like
Are we getting
I
paid?
think I'm pretty sure when it all went down, like Ronaldo went over there, and then they were trying to get Messi over there, and they offered Messi like 400 mil or 500 mil,
Ooh, oh my god!
and Messi said no.
I mean, Messi's got more money than he needs anyway.
So does Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But like at the time, it was kind of like Saudi League's kind of a joke, like
Hmm.
But now, they have a lot of big names over there now. Like don't get me wrong, they have a lot of big
Well,
names over
because
there. Like
they threw a
them
bunch of money at
and what?
they threw a bunch of money at him.
Yeah. But that, like, I'm pretty sure I saw a thing a while ago. This was a while ago. I don't know how much truth was behind it. Um, but this was a while ago where it was like the seventh league of Saudi soccer. I don't even know if they have it 7 leagues, but like I just saw this. It was like you get if you go over there, you try out and you get a roster spot. You get a mill, a mansion, and a Lambo. Because I remember I used to
Okay.
joke with buddies like, "Yo, let's go to Saudi and let's try to get on a
Yeah, it's
team."
never too late for me to start playing soccer, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'd ride Pine. I'd ride Pine for that.
I'd sit on the bench.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it all kind of happened around the same time. Where it was like the Saudi league was trying to become a prominent league. At the same time, because it kind of like MLS was trying to grow, and they kind of both started getting players at the same time. Um, Saudi was kind of throwing money, like they had the money, whereas MLS was kind of better structure. You know, America versus Saudi Arabia, stuff like that. Like it was decisions people were making as to where they were going. They're both continuously getting better players. Um, but I think it'll be over the next like I'd say 5 years. We're really gonna see how these two league. It's like can they maintain now having these big names and trying to grow these leagues. And I think in the next 5 years or so, we're really gonna find out: are they able to maintain this? Are they able to run it properly? Are they able to keep controversy out of the way? Like,
Yep.
I mean, these like the big leagues, like the Prem, Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, like they all have controversy, but it's like they have ways of getting it figured out and getting it sorted. Whereas now this is happening in Saudi, and we're gonna see how they deal with it because it's the country's public investment fund. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah. Can't really say I get it either. It is a crazy story. And I guess if you want to start a league, you got to be ready for when roadblocks come up.
Yeah, and then Benzema just goes to Al Hilal, scores a hattie,
Yeah.
just cause. And he
Nice
got an
little
assist, I'm pretty
nod.
sure too.
Damn. Gotta love it. You got to
Karim
love it.
Benzema. But yeah, I mean, I understand why Ronaldo wanted him. Like they were teammates at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Um, when it was the glory days of Ronaldo. It was BBC. It was Bale, Benzema, and Cristiano, and then it was Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. It was like the glory days of La Liga, of the best two teams in the world with the best two front threes in the world. Was BBC and LSN, L MSN. Oh, MSN and BBC, because that's how people can remember them because they're like news news organizations. Uh, BBC, Bale, Benzema, Cristiano, and then MSN, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just crazy where like I don't follow the Saudi league. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm an expert on the Saudi Pro League, but something just doesn't seem right if there's a just an investment fund that's a majority owner of multiple teams in the same league. It just
Yeah, I just don't get how that can work. How can one group own multiple teams?
yeah, they're not full
It's like
owners.
rigging games. That makes rigging games so easily
Yeah,
or
they're
so
not
easy.
full owners. They're partial owners.
So I guess they're not making decisions. They're just making money off of it.
I don't know. Now I want to see what's like the
I don't know.
standings of what's the Saudi Pro League's standings.
Yeah, that's the thing. Since Ronaldo went over there, I've never once seen a highlight of him playing. I've never heard any stories of any great games he's had over there. Like, has Ronaldo even actually played, or is this all just one big hoax?
No, he has, because he was like scoring like a lot of goals in a short amount of time, but like a lot of them are like pens and like a
Okay.
lot of the big guys that went over there. Like there's one clip of like Neymar that just like ran through their entire team and then like walked it in. Like yeah, I mean Al Hilal is like the big team over there. Al Ittihad sixth. Al Nasser's third. Al Hilal hasn't lost a game. And then they went over and they went out and they scooped up Benzema. That's crazy.
Well, speaking of overseas, I meant to bring this up with the football conversation. The NFL is headed to Rio de Janeiro.
There was another. They're also going to Australia.
Oh, I didn't see the Australia one.
Yeah, they're going to Australia too.
Nice. Well, the Cowboys are going to be at least one of the teams in Rio de Janeiro. First time they've gone there. Let's see. First international game for the Cowboys since 2014 when they had a London game against Jacksonville. Nah, it doesn't really mean much to me. I'm honestly not that. I'm not the biggest fan of the NFL international games, just from a fan standpoint. Like, I don't want to wake up at 8 a.m. to watch the Cowboys play on Sunday. I get why some people would be into that, but not really for me.
I already do it for
And
the Prem, so I love that the
eh,
Patriots don't go overseas because I don't have to worry about that.
exactly. I guess I am kind of biased too because every time there's an early game on a Sunday, at least this past season, I wasn't able to go to work and do my radio show because the game is going on during when the show would be. So I have my own, bias against the international games, but I get why they do them. Build the global audience makes sense, but yeah, we'll have to see. And I don't love that it takes away a home game from some teams.
Yeah,
Like they label it a home game, but you're not in your home stadium. You're not in front of your fans. So don't really love that. But what are you gonna do?
wait,
NFL is
Bijan
just gonna
Robinson was the DJ at the award ceremony.
nice, nice. I like that. I guess some other random news from the last day or so
Well,
before
I'm
we
trying to figure out what
hop
the
off
game
here.
was in Australia. Am I tripping? Is it a lie that I just got a notification of?
um, Out of the NBA, Cam Thomas became a free agent. Brooklyn Nets waived him. Surprised they didn't at least try to trade him for a pick or something. Even if they just traded the dude for cash. The fact that they got nothing out of Cam Thomas is crazy. I don't know if you saw this quote, but I find it really funny. New York Jets defensive tackle Harrison Phillips.
Oh, Niners
Yes,
Rams
in Australia.
in Melbourne, at Melbourne Cricket Ground in Australia.
There we go. So NFL is going to Australia as well. Speaking of, Harrison Phillips, Jets defensive tackle, said, I think Aaron Glenn inherited a very cancerous,
Oh, I saw that.
truculent group, whole top to bottom, which is an insane thing for a player on a team to say that they are a cancerous group. but it puts, I guess, into perspective the kind of job Aaron Glenn signed up for and what he's probably dealing with.
Just think they were like good 30 years ago.
I mean, yeah,
No, they were
not
good,
even
didn't
that.
they? Didn't they? Weren't they kind of good like 10 years
They
ago?
were in the they made the AFC Championship in 2012-ish, something
12,
around
yeah.
there. It was the year the Steelers won the Super Bowl, I believe, or Steelers at least made the Super Bowl because I think
Oh,
it
when
might
it
have been
was
the year the
Steelers Cardinals.
either that one or it might have been Steelers Packers, but one of the years the Jets did make the because it was a big deal because the Jets beat Patriots in the divisional round and the Patriots were the 1 seed, so it was a whole big thing. Mark Sanchez, Rex
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, whatever.
I remember that.
Um, and
I remember that like it was yesterday.
I guess one last headline here before we wrap up the Friday show: Cleveland Guardians former closer Manuel Clase, who you remember was suspended for purposely throwing pitches outside the strike zone in yet another betting scandal. He is accused of throwing suspicious pitches to benefit bettors in at least 48 games over 2 years. And keep in mind,
Well, I mean, over the
this
course of 2 years, that's not a lot of games.
yeah, but he's not playing all 162. You gotta, I mean, he's not coming in to pitch every single game. He only played. I mean, I don't know what years they were, but he
Oh, in
played.
fact, I was gonna look at how many games he played over the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, 2025. I don't know if. I guess maybe he played 48 in 2025 before he got suspended. Played in 74 in 2024, 75 in 2023. So a decent chunk, maybe like a fifth of games every season over those 2 years. He might have done this, but either way, um, federal prosecutors listed 9 games in which he allegedly threw rigged pitches in the indictment unsealed in November. A teammate and alleged co-conspirator Luis Ortiz's attorney wrote in a filing that the government is accusing Clase of manipulating his performance in dozens of games, yada, yada, yada. A whole bunch to basically say Emmanuel Clase's baseball career is probably done. And if found guilty, I'm sure he'll end up getting some sort of punishment for this. But what is going on in the world of sports with the amount of betting scandals? It's gotten out of hand. Getting crazy.
It's a wild world we live in, brother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And we will be back Tuesday morning to tell more about the wild, wild weekend in this wild, wild world, to recap the Super Bowl and everything else. It is the Regular Fan Show, hosted by fans for fans. Vinny Fredericks, Bruce Juno. We'll be back at it Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Check out the Regular Fan Show on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. Check out the Locker Room at Locker Room SM for all our daily clips on all those same social medias. Make sure, guys, if you're needing some energy powder, hit up w.gg. Check out the endless amount of flavors they got and use code RFS for 10% off.
Sweet.
For Bruce Juno, Vinny Fredericks, signing off. We'll be back at it Tuesday morning, folks. Peace out.
Take care, y'all. Go Pats.
Go Seagulls.